Middle age is coming. Ghost in the sheet comes to bed. The evil ghosts from the bastion of sin. Everything happened too fast somehow. One moment I was crossing the street, and only a couple of seconds later I sort of sensed a double crack as a truck passed over my body. My whole life appeared as a shortcut in my head. Memories passing memories. I emerged here in the tunnel and awaited what would come next. I knew there was no way back and wondered what lay in store for me. Would it be hell, purgatory, or heaven? I'd expected anything but to look like that. It wouldn't have occurred to me even in my worst nightmares, and then they came for me. What have you done to me? What do I look like? And why am I wrapped up in this sheet?
First, let's clarify our position, shall we? I am your boss, and therefore you're going to call me sir. Second, I'm the one who's talking here. Third, welcome to your new form as an ordinary, and I'm stressing the word ordinary, member of our ghost-catching organization. And if you don't want us to take the sheet away from you, you will fulfill my orders without any discussion.
I was going to ask you for that. I don't consider this sheet joke very funny.
So sheet joke, you say? Sheet joke. Do you know what happens when I take the sheet away? You'll cease to hold together, and the wind will blow you apart in all directions. You will become a very scattered personality. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's have a briefing now. Since you don't know and don't need to know any details, I'll make it short. We've recently realized that someone or something is interfering with our ghost-catching organization. Mortals are dying, but their souls never reach the tunnel. Unfortunately, my best ghosts are already busy elsewhere, but this looks like a good task for a greenhorn such as you. My intelligence reports to me that the latest events are related to a certain abandoned factory. What you see here is the entrance to the premises, which is exactly the place we're going to send you to find out what happened there. By the way, while there, you'll probably figure out who was the one so neatly driving you over. There wasn't much left of you. As a ghost, you'll probably be able to make use of diverse skills. You wouldn't get very far in your astral body. You'll be learning them as your experience grows. For the start, I'll give you telekinesis, so you won't lose time by fooling around too long. How it works you can figure out for yourself. This isn't a kindergarten. Everything clear?
Yes, sir.
And don't forget, you can take off your sheet. Your story is over. That's it. The door is over there.
So, I've been given my first mission. I didn't have time to look around, and already someone is bossing me. Again. And moreover, in such a dishonorable condition that I'll be better off checking that factory thing, so I don't have to think about the absurdity of my existence. Ghost in the sheet. The passage through the pan-dimensional portal is a really interesting experience. It's a pity I didn't have anything like that while still alive. On the other hand, I'd rather choose a different destination. I see that my boss fulfilled his promises. Such generosity, he could have kept it to himself along with his great factory. Aha, let's remember how my boss taught me to survive in the afterlife. By moving the mouse on the afterlife screen, I search for something which attracts my attention. If so, my cursor shape changed, and in the bottom part of the screen a caption appeared, indicating what I'm looking at. Like now, for example, the fence caught my attention. There's also another cursor which indicates that I can leave via that exit. It's supposed to look like this. That's it. If the left mouse button is clicked on something that's attracted my attention, I'll examine it or go that way depending on the type of attraction indicated by the cursor. To be able to exist in the afterlife, I have to use the paranormal skills which I can find here. After the activation of any of these skills, my scary cursor changes and I can use it on anything that's attracted my attention. To discard that skill, I can use the right mouse button. To make the paranormal skill selection faster, I can speed up the process by using the function keys F1, F2, F3, etc., corresponding to the skills order from the top to the bottom. Right now I can only use F1 because I'm only able to use one skill. Well, I think that could be all. Or actually maybe not. I can access the game menu by pressing the escape key on the keyboard. Here I can save my game in the afterlife cans. I can always return to the canned game. And mainly, I'm never supposed to put away my sheet, so good luck. A rusty fence. Quite predictable. The thought that instead of this ruin vaguely resembling a cable car station, they could have sent me to the sea probably never occurred to them. A rusty iron bar. I'd like to smack my boss over the head with it. Locked. And how am I supposed to get inside? It's a real pity that walking through walls is utter nonsense. First of all, the cover will never make it through, and when I take it off, the wind will blow me all around. I even believe that someone is spreading those lies on purpose. Like that garlic against vampires nonsense. Not that it would strain my muscles, but why bother? I'll try to take it off the hinges. No way, it's too sturdy. Even if I think as hard as I can, I haven't a clue how to use it. Maybe my mind is still a bit dull after this death thing. Impossible. The door is locked and the bar won't smash it. Even if I think as hard as I can, I haven't a clue how to use it. Maybe my mind is still a bit dull after this death thing. Looks like cable car cables. I really don't want to know where they lead to, and the worst thing is this creeping sensation that I'll soon have to find out. I really don't know why I have to carry that around. Not that it would strain my muscles, but why bother? I'll try to take it off the hinges. No way, it's too sturdy. That demented cover is stuck. I can't lift it. The cover doesn't seem to be locked. This should give me enough leverage. Done. The state of the electrical wiring is obviously poor. When alive, I would have never touched it. At least some advantage comes from being dead. I think that someone quite quickly abandoned the idea of having a relaxing sit here. If I tried hard, I could maybe fold myself inside. I could definitely get this stupid sheet of mine in there. Great idea. I can let the box bounce off the walls here. But why? Not that it would strain my muscles. I really don't know why I have to carry that around. That's it. The state of the electrical wiring. It's on. The notice board is full of notices and announcements. Let's see what they say. Allow me to invite you all to my birthday lunch. Same time and place as usual. Larissa. Strange. That brick is glowing even when I don't have it under control. Looks like there's some other sinister forces in action here. This was once a cozy office belonging to the cable car operators. Maybe it would be a nice place to have a little haunt. Maybe once, when I reach the pension. Everything is falling apart. I hope that the next time a piece of ceiling falls on my head, it won't tear my beautiful sheet apart. A big lever. I can maybe move with it. A big lever. So many buttons nowadays. What? I can't push it. Oops. Nice. Death to lady. What's that supposed to mean? Ah, it continues below. Death to ladybirds. Interesting broadcasting, like everything else here. I really don't know why I have to carry that around. Like everything else, the cable car isn't working properly. Even if I took off the sheet, I can't turn with that. It doesn't work. I can't get a good grip. It doesn't work. I can't get a good grip. According to the manual, all buttons must be pressed and all lights must be on. Judging by the strategic placement of the lever, it operates the cable car. And off we go. Looking from up here, I'm not surprised that Hansen jumped off the cable car. It would be interesting to see how I'd be able to glide down on the sheet, but I'm not going to try that since I haven't a clue how to get back up. What's going on? Aha! I feel that after manipulating that caboodle in the cable car station, I've learned a new skill. I can push something now. Very useful for buttons and doors. The notice board is almost empty with the exception of the obviously quickly handwritten notice, "In no case open." Who shouldn't open what? Then there's an announcement that the next cable car departure is at 1:40 p.m. Another box, and no use for it either. I wouldn't cook a soup in this pot. On the other hand, what could possibly happen to me now? Ha! Empty and dirty papers. Report about the fire. June 20th, 2006, a strong fire broke out in the factory. During the fire, a part of the fusion unit in Hall B was destroyed. It's necessary to order a new asbestos suit, because part of it was destroyed while quenching the flames. Undersigned, Scott Piper, Technical Department. Where have I seen the employee's number code? Numbers. A piece of torn sleeve from an asbestos suit. Even if I think as hard as I can, I haven't a clue how to use it. Maybe my mind is still a bit dull. I'll try to... I'm not afraid to put anything into this pot now. The notice board is almost empty with the exception of the obviously quickly. A massive metal grate. I really can't squeeze through. I'm not afraid to put anything into this pot. And how? And how? I really can't press this. It's stuck. I haven't a hope of moving it. This pile of junk can't have been here long. It seems that someone tried to block the bottom part of the case in a big hurry. I have the feeling that I can hear some strange sounds coming from there. If I'm not mistaken, and off we go. Wooden door leading to the factory entrails. Wooden door. I can push it hard as I like, but the door won't budge. I can push it hard as I like. And how? A broken, knocked over chair. What happened here? It probably won't stand on its own two legs. It's stuck. I haven't a hope of moving it. I really don't want to drag this. I can push it hard as I like. Better not. I could corrode everything here. Not that it would make it any worse. I really can't press this. I really can't press this. I can push it hard. The handle is stuck. How appropriate. A handle. Finally one unlocked door. A handle. Finally one. I really don't want to drag this around. Judging by the sound emitted by the green liquid upon impact, it seems to be an acid. I have to be careful with my sheet. I'm not afraid to put anything into this pot now. That's it. I have to wait till it fills the pot. The pot is already full to the brim. I'll try to melt down the junk. It would take a couple of acid pots, though. I can't see anything in the cabinet. It's completely dark. To Hall A, follow the red. They have it clearly marked here. At least I'm not going to get lost in here. To Hall B, follow the blue. They have it clearly marked here. At least I'm not going to get lost in here. They should have put the "Stop Bleeding" sign here instead. No gas flows. No gas flows. I really do wonder why this cart is here.
Hello? Is anybody up there? Hello? Whoever you are, please help me. I'm down here.
So the factory isn't as deserted as it seems. Is there anybody down there?
Finally, someone. Please help me. I'm stuck down here.
Who are you?
In my position, I don't think this is actually the best place for lengthy introductions, but my name is Jacques Dirac, the porter of what remained of Section Omega. And who might you be?
Actually, I'm Ghost in the Sheet.
That's just great. I've been stuck in this hole for 2 days, and the very first living being I encounter is some juvenile idiot. In my situation, do you think I consider such jokes funny?
Alive is a very fragile term, but anyway, probably not. What happened here?
I haven't a clue. I came back after my month's vacation and found the front entrance wide open. I almost had a heart attack. The main duty of every good porter is to guard the entrance to their building with their life. Nonetheless, I entered the building to rightfully tell off the colleague who was on duty, but then I saw it.
What did you see?
The whole factory looked a mess. All the doors were open, and mainly, not a single key was in its place.
I can imagine the horror you experienced. Such a disaster.
Exactly, but that's still not the worst thing.
Let me guess, the broom was misplaced?
Something much, much worse. Sector Omega is haunted.
Really? You mean by something other than ghosts and sheets?
Okay. If you're not interested and only want to make fun of me, I won't tell you a single word.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes I just can't control myself. Please do continue, I really am interested.
Okay, but one more mention of ghosts in the sheet and I won't say another word. I was walking down the silent corridors when I heard some very strange squelching sounds coming from behind me. I turned around and almost froze to death. Something was standing there, chewing on a human bone. I don't want to think about it anymore. I just lost my head and started running, and then I fell into this very hole. Luckily, I got stuck inside. If I'd fallen to the bottom, I'd have been a goner for sure.
Wasn't it just a figment of your imagination?
Excuse me? For my whole life I've been guarding this section, and nothing has ever escaped my attention. I find your doubting my eyesight very offensive.
I am sorry. It's certainly interesting, but not that interesting. What's the purpose of this factory?
Who are you that you question me that way? Are you a spy?
I'm here by accident.
Well, there's no reason to tell you anything then. You know, NDAs and such.
I'm a special agent sent to investigate what's going on in here.
If you're such a special agent, you of course had all the information long before you arrived here.
Well, actually, I'm a bit short on info from their side.
Nonsense. This is reality, and not Metal Gear Solid.
I am Ghost in the Sheet.
Enough!
If you want, I'll pull you up.
Yes, please. I've been waiting here for that for 2 days already. Trust me, I was so relieved when I heard someone coming.
You're almost up.
Ghost in the Sheet?
Calm down and don't Hello? Are you alive? Dirac? Welcome aboard, amigo. I've probably killed him. Anyway, this factory probably doesn't report him anymore. A pipe and a bucket. I wonder if they employed Marcel Duchamp before he started doing art. It looks like 2 sheets of paper from Omega's accountancy. For me, those are mere meaningless numbers. I'd better leave them alone. I don't want to burn my sheet. Although I'm really curious about what's inside those crates, they are so well sealed I really can't find out. Metal bucket. Now bring on the cleaning crew and the factory will be as clean as my afterlife bank account. This was probably once a meaningful construction, but nowadays it's only a couple of disjointed pieces of wood. From next Monday, Hall B will be under reconstruction following the fire. Pay increased attention. There's only one message left on the notice board. All employees are to sign the new contract. Come to my office ASAP. Signed, Kurt. An empty cardboard box with the letter CBE written on it. Hey, the box is open. Let's see what's inside. You'd never guess. A bucket. The door's locked. It doesn't look like that from the bottom, but the hall really is huge. Judging by the sound it makes, it has to be the beast I liberated from the locker. Capsule is closed. Better not. I don't know what's inside. I can't get a good grip. Whatever I try, it doesn't move an inch. I really can't press this. The capsule is already open. An interesting machine. I wonder what it's for. I've never seen anything even remotely similar. And another bucket. It must have been quite some work to place so many buckets around the factory.